Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Local Edition. I'm Monto Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and influencers who are making a difference. So let's see who's making news right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of the Balancing Act, we take a look at advanced healing products, an award-winning empowerment program, spotlight delicious Thai flavors and ingredients, plus lots more. Today on the Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
The concept of natural healing is based on the human body's innate capability to heal itself when provided with the right conditions and support. Based on a revolutionary technology which replicates the body's own natural healing ability, Medactyl offers innovative products which have exhibited an outstanding ability to accelerate healing, rapidly control discomfort, and control infection.
Basically today, if you have a malady or an injury, you have two options. You have the conventional healing world, pharmaceuticals, over-the-counter products. They do a lot of wonderful things for people, but a lot of them are ridden with side effects. We've all seen the commercials on television where they tell you about the product and then they list all these scary side effects, and it's a little alarming. Another downside is in the process of killing bad bacteria, they kill the good microbes. So an example would be if you take an antibiotic, you're going to have to go take a probiotic to put the good microbes back in your tummy. The other alternative that you have is the alternative healing world. The downside to that is you're on your own and you have to do a lot of research and you have to come up with your own formulas. You have to make sure you're not getting too much or too little or things that conflict with each other. So it puts the onus on you. We have come up with something that sits in the middle. It's between the conventional scientific world and the health food, natural healing world, and we call it where science meets nature.
Medactyl is where you turn when effectiveness matters.
I worked with a wonderful, wonderful man named Dr. Enrique Fioli. He is an Italian physician and surgeon who settled in Costa Rica, and he began developing these products. He wanted something to help people heal better. What he learned in the process was he was not only doing that, he was making people heal faster, with less pain and with less infection. He ventured off to develop a product for your oral health to address cavities and gum disease, receding gums, softened gums, even loosened teeth. After that, he developed several other products, a product for women, beauty products, nail products, and a product for muscles and joints. He has come up with a way to work in harmony with the way your body naturally heals, and we call it bioharmony.
Bioharmony is the way Medactyl's formulas work compatibly with the microenvironment that normally thrives on and in our bodies.
Our products work by helping to restore the natural pH of your body. They also work by balancing your microbes. In our body, we have good and bad microbes. So with our products, we support your good microbe system so your good microbes can naturally fight your bad microbes or your bad bacteria as nature intends. We also help with inflammation. And in our world today, we kind of think of inflammation as a bad thing, but inflammation is very necessary. So inflammation is also important because it recruits cells to start fighting infection in your body. The problem is with some of the environmental impacts we have today and side effects of other drugs, inflammation can run amok. So we help work in harmony with your body to control your inflammation so that it's the good inflammation that you need, and once it's done, it's over. So you'll find if you sprain your ankle, you'll get that initial swelling, but we'll help you bring that swelling down a lot more rapidly so you'll be walking on that foot more quickly. But perhaps the most important aspect of our products is something called redox coupling. So basically redox coupling is your cells sending signals to your other cells in your body, and our products work with that and sort of amp that up, which is why our products help you heal faster.
Focused on helping to restore your body's natural balance, much like natural products do, but advanced by science.
We care. We care about you. We don't want you to have side effects. We want to bring straightforward treatments to you that will benefit you in a very positive way, in a very affordable way. We truly care. We're here to help.
If you're ready to start feeling better, visit the website at medactyl.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Look, education is a common gateway to a better future, but not everyone has the same access or opportunities. For many children and adults living in poverty who have fewer resources, access to quality education is a distant dream. And sometimes not even that, it's the instability created by a survival environment that makes it difficult to plan for a future. Today, we have with us Dr. Ruby K. Payne, known for her work in the field of poverty, to tell us a little bit more. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today, Ruby, for sure. Look, I say it all the time, and I've said it throughout my entire life because it was this for me. I grew up in a ghetto, one of the largest ghettos in this country, a place called Cherry Hill, Baltimore. And always knew, because my parents emphasized this to the nth degree, education would be the great equalizer. It's a great equalizer. It's a way that anybody can lift themselves out of poverty, or is that right?
Well, not necessarily always.
Okay.
You can really work hard, you can get educated, it won't get you out. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't do those two things, you won't ever get out.
Wow.
So they're key. Yeah.
So what got you started on focusing on that intersection of poverty and education?
Well, my former husband, who passed away, was named Frank Payne. He was a mix of Cherokee and Caucasian. Mm-hmm. Extreme poverty, and when I met his family, he had 3 siblings, IQs over 150, wow. Smartest family I've ever met, wow. Okay? And extreme poverty. I couldn't understand why they lived the way they did. And so that's what led me to understanding that environment. And then he took a job in the Chicago Board of Trade, and we were thrown in with very wealthy people. Mm-hmm. And I didn't understand the hidden rules of wealth. Hidden rules are unspoken queuing mechanisms.
I was going to ask you that because you came up with something about the hidden rules. Yeah. Talk about what they are.
And the bottom line is that people use them, they break relationships. One of the things you have to have if you want to move out of poverty is bridging social bridging capital. You have to meet people different than you are, okay? Because they help you see the world a different way, you think differently. And I couldn't understand that environment, okay? And hidden rules tell people whether you belong or not. Like if you've ever been in a social setting that was so uncomfortable you couldn't wait to leave.
Right.
Yep. Well, there were hidden rules operating. And we have them by class, by race, by region of the country. And they often keep people from getting educated because I don't like you, I'm not going to work with you, etc. Yeah.
Wow. So like in your experience, there are some really common misconceptions when it comes to poverty and the ability to learn, which isn't necessarily the same, right?
Exactly.
Right.
People don't understand how much knowledge bases are in the environment. See, everybody's got 24 hours a day, and how you spend your time determines to a large extent who you know and what you know, okay? And then what your environment demands from you. Like in middle-class households, there's tons of paper, okay? Documents everywhere. You don't have any of those in high-poverty households. Wealth has documents and paperwork that middle class doesn't understand, like provenance, like trusts, etc. And so those environments help you succeed in the institution of schooling.
And is this why you created this whole company called The Process Inc.? I mean, is this what really prompted you to do this? And tell me a little bit more about it.
My background as an educator, done a lot of work with schools, and people were having a lot of difficulty getting their children educated in schools. And the educators were having the most difficulty. And so I explained to them, no, this is why this is happening, okay, and here's how you work to make this happen. If you don't, we do a lot of community work, and if you basically don't work with the institutions, you don't change the community, because institutions create barriers. Institutions are the vehicle by which people, individuals, interface with communities.
You help those institutions lift some of those barriers.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. And is that why you started this program called Getting Ahead?
Yes.
Okay.
And Getting Ahead is for adults in poverty. We've taken 125,000 adults in poverty, and we pay them to learn. Middle class gets paid to learn. Companies pay their employees to learn. We just say, here's information that you can use if you wish to stabilize your environment.
Okay, and now you've done a lot of learning, but a lot of teaching is you're a pretty prolific author, right? I mean, you've written several books, and some of this goes down the path of economic development, right?
Right. I'm very interested in how communities stabilize, because if communities aren't stable, neither are the institutions, neither are the individuals. So how do you have economic development? And poverty reduction is one of the tools for economic development. And our ROI, we've taken 125,000 adults through poverty through it, is very good. One community got, for every dollar they spent, they got a $20 return. One community for every dollar got a $7 return. So we know it works for sustainability.
You've written, I guess, several books, and we just have a couple of them here. What do you think one of the best tips you have in one of those books might be?
Well, this one is about what happens when we do socioeconomic class. So poverty, middle class, wealth, how they think differently. That's what happens when people get in a romantic relationship, poverty to middle class to wealth, what they fight about, why you don't like your sister-in-law. Okay. This is about how you deal with emotional realities.
Okay.
This one looks at community issues, how you stabilize your community if you don't stabilize your community, particularly the institutions in the community. I live in Corpus Christi, Texas. They wanted to address their homeless issues, so they brought a woman in who only wanted to work with the wealthy and did not want to work with the institutions. Well, institutions are how individuals interface with the community. So if you want to change a community, we have learned in 25 years, you have to work with the institutions. Okay?
You know, right now, we're living in a tough time. I mean, that chasm between the haves and have-nots, the wealthy and the poor, is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. But we need to make sure that those on either side can understand tools that they can do to help both sides.
Yeah, there's not a lot of dialogue between the groups.
No.
Yeah.
So what do you think we need to do?
Well, one thing we do, like in this book, in the school business, we educate educators about the realities, you know, and how you transition. And you have to have social bridging capital. It's pretty difficult now to make it out of poverty unless you have an advocate. You've got to have a relationship. Somebody who kind of teaches you the rules that are operating out here that you don't quite understand, and how you negotiate them and how you deal with those knowledge bases. So we like to educate the resource to people in institutions, people who, because they create the barriers, they make the laws.
Sure.
And if you have a dialogue both ways, then you can stabilize.
Put on a crystal ball for a second. You look at America right now, the chasm between those who are the wealthy and those who are in poverty seems to be getting bigger and deeper and deeper and deeper. Do we not need more programs like this to help people understand that there is a way to step your way out of poverty?
There is a way. Right now, there's a whole set of thinking at the academic level that you can only change it if you change systems. But systems are made up of people, and you have to be able, you have to work it. There's 4 causes for poverty: individual choices, the resources of a community, jobs, transportation, housing, exploitation, racism, sexism, and the last one is political and economic systems. And we have learned over the years, if you only address one cause, you will never, ever move the needle.
Wow. Look, if people wanted to get more information, because this is truly fascinating, where would they go?
ahaprocess.com, AHAPROCESS.com.
Dr. Payne, thank you so much for being a part of the show today, for
Thanks.
sure. Absolutely. And of course, if you don't go up on ahaprocess.com, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com, and get more information. Thanks so much for joining us today. For our next story, we've whipped up something special. You don't want to miss this.
Thailand is famous for its vibrant street food scene, where you can find an array of affordable and delectable dishes. For the past 10 years, Songkran Thai Kitchen has brought these exciting combinations of flavors, ingredients, and cooking techniques to the vibrant culinary landscape of Houston, allowing diners to appreciate the beauty of Thai food like never before.
My name is Ashok Rao. I'm the owner and general partner of Songkran Thai Kitchen. I'm not a foodie. I'm not a restaurateur. I'm not even of Thai origin. I am what you would call the accidental restaurateur. But I love this place. It's a happy place. We have happy, loyal, dedicated employees, and we have terrific, repeat, satisfied customers. Songkran is probably the most famous event on the Buddhist calendar in Thailand. It signifies the water festival that kicks off the traditional Thai New Year. It comes from a Sanskrit word that means passing or happening. And it is significant because water is a very lucky symbol in Thailand. We opened 10 years ago in association with a very famous Thai chef, Jet Urapan. Even though he's left us now, his recipes survive. From the very outset, we intended to create an upscale dining experience for Thai cuisine here in Houston. We serve traditional Thai cuisine, Bangkok street food, as you might want to call it. We have extensive variety of dishes, from our signature dishes like lamb massaman, soft shell crab, our whole red snapper, our yellow curry, our green curry dishes with any choice of protein you might have, or to the more traditional dishes like pad thai and the green and yellow curries. We have an extensive wine list, and our cocktails from lychee martinis all the way to 25-year-old single malts. We have a great list of desserts as well that are crowd favorites.
My name is Sheila Rao, and I'm the owner of Songkran along with my husband Ashok. Well, my intention certainly was to be true to the culture of Thailand by bringing in Thai-related design items into the interior. Well, I wanted it to be predominantly red because it symbolizes Thailand, and so the concept began with the front red door, which everybody loves. And Buddhism, of course, being the most common religion in Thailand, we had to incorporate a very striking Buddha. And we had a local artist that created this beautiful Buddha on the back wall, a wonderful mural. And then, of course, we have this absolutely stunning painting of one of the Songkran angels, which according to Thai myth is actually a powerful deity, and he has 7 daughters. So this is one of the daughters who is considered an angel. I believe our customers feel very welcome when they walk into this through the red door. They love the classiness, but at the same time, they're very comfortable with the decor. And they love the outdoor patio with the jasmine trellises and the beautiful plants. we would like to think that we have created a great space.
Elevate your Thai food experience with these extensive wine offerings or a large variety of exciting and delicious cocktails.
We have a great selection of wines. We're trying to our customers have a great experience in wines pairing with our spicy food. So we have wines for Napa, from New Zealand, from Spain, from France, from all the world. Our customers have the opportunity to get a great wines and a really good price. We use a really special ingredient. We try to focus in quality. We use coconut, basil, tamarind, lemongrass. Our food is really full, really nice.
Customers who dine at Songkran Thai Kitchen keep coming back again and again.
I have served as the Honorary Consul General of the Kingdom of Thailand for more than 20 years. My wife Lily and I came here early on. We liked it and we kept on coming back. What I like best, there are a lot of Thai restaurants, but this one is really upscale. Not only does it have a great menu, great food, great service, but it's a place you can bring your clients, your friends. I like it so much that I have brought several Thai ambassadors from Washington when they were in town.
I like pad thai, and the soup is like a spicy lemongrass broth with the shrimp inside. And I like some curry.
Well, we came to the grand opening, and so we've been coming here really for over 9 years. It's hard to say what we like best because the whole restaurant works. The ambiance, the staff is really amazing, the quality of the food. I think it's just a great experience all around, but the food is really outstanding.
And when you come into the restaurant, the ambiance, it feels so classy. That's why every time I come, I feel like dressing up. The owners, the serving staff, they are so friendly, and the chefs, the food are just amazing. My favorite dish is the lamb chop. That is to die for.
I like the classiness of the restaurant. I like the ambience. Of course, the food and the service. You can get a very special service here. You feel like very VIP. Oh, I love the green curry. I like all the dishes with coconut, and I like their noodles too.
My favorite dish is Thai sesame shrimp.
Songkran Thai Kitchen is a great place to dine and a great place to work.
As I mentioned before, my intention was always to have a happy place, a place that I would love to come to. And to have that, you need happy employees. We offer our employees health insurance. We also give them Christmas bonuses, and we try to make this a good, happy work environment for all of them. The Houston Chronicle runs a contest every year called Best of the Best. We were voted the best overall restaurant last year and the best Thai restaurant both last year and this year. When we opened 10 years ago, we were the only upscale Thai restaurant in all of Houston. But since then, we've seen an uptick in fine dining Thai restaurants opening. There's a couple that have opened in the last 3 years, and I think that's a very good sign.
To learn more about Songkran Thai Kitchen, visit the website at songkrangthaikitchen.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Next up, we're discovering must-know advice about insurance. I assure you, you don't want to miss this.
End-of-life planning can be a complicated, emotional, and confusing time. Don't go through it alone. Everest Funeral Concierge expert advisors are just a phone call away, ready to assist you every step of the way.
Here at Everest, we act as a consumer advocate for families dealing with a funeral. We partner with large life insurance companies, both in the group life space and in individual space, and act as a source of information and to be that consumer advocate for the family so that they can make informed decisions at a critical time in their life. Everest is available through large life insurance companies, either through work, through group life, or individual life policies with carriers that we work with. That combination of the money that you're going to need quickly and the help that you're going to need to get through that is how Everest works as a package.
Choosing an option such as this helps remove some of the burden so your loved ones can focus on what matters, comfort and healing at a difficult time.
Everest is such an important service to women specifically because around the world, women are the majority of primary caregivers for both children and the elderly. And in this capacity of primary caregiver, women are typically the people assuming responsibility for marking and planning all of life's milestones, from baby showers to funeral services to celebrations of life.
Everest provides peace of mind and confidence to families by empowering them to make well-thought-out financial and emotional decisions often associated with a funeral.
There are two forces at work here. The first is that caregiving responsibilities have a major impact on women's lives. The second is that women still have a longer life expectancy than men. This means that throughout the course of their lives, many women will be faced with planning funeral services for a spouse as well as for their elderly parents and in-laws. And these are complex, stressful, and emotional events. The majority of Everest clients are women, and therefore it's women's needs that drive the high-touch client service that Everest provides. Working hand in hand with their clients, Everest coordinates all the activities involved in honoring a loved one. It's a high value and much needed service that fills a major gap in the marketplace.
Everest offers 24/7 assistance throughout the funeral process, helping you to make well-informed decisions by providing essential information in an easy-to-understand format.
I like to summarize Everest Funeral Concierge in 4 main points. The first one is protection. It's attached to a life insurance policy, and sometimes it could even get paid out within 48 hours compared to traditional life insurance plans. The second one is the concierge service. You can call anybody 24 hours a day when you need help. Next is online planning. You have unlimited storage to upload all your memories, and you can even write out a plan and what are your wishes for your funeral. And last but not least, it even comes with a way to be able to protect your assets through preparing online documents like a will to give instructions and be able to allocate your assets accordingly with your family. If you have Everest on your side, you will have the peace of mind that you're not going to go through the process alone.
Funerals are hard to talk about. Everest is there to make the conversations easier.
We understand when a family loses a loved one, they're under emotional distress, and they have to make a lot of informed decisions in a very short period of time. Everest is here to help get them through.
When you're looking for honesty and compassion in your time of need, visit everestfuneral.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of the Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.